The Grand Dark is a novel I read earlier this year, but it stuck around in my mind. I figured, since it's done something right, I should put up a video about it, and if what I say sounds interesting, then you can check out the book too. Here's a picture of my brother's dog, for no reason. While I have your attention, I'll remind you to check out the videos of another YouTuber you watch, but you haven't gotten around to subscribing to them or liking their videos. Do that now, while you're thinking about it, if you're feeling generous. The Grand Dark is a novel that's hard to classify. It's a fictional setting that feels like Germany between the world wars and has some retrofuturist stylings, for lack of a better description. It also feels Philip K. Dick inspired in that a somewhat ordinary protagonist is drawn into increasingly complex and surreal plots and actions related to those fictional technologies. This, to my mind, is what separates Philip K. Dick from Franz Kafka, who also has nightmarish and twisted developments that plague his main characters, but in Kafka's stories those developments lack science fiction elements. This atmosphere and tone makes a kind of sense, because the Grand Dark's author has been writing cyberpunk, science fiction, and noirish short stories since the late 80s. Largo, the protagonist, is a bike courier in Lower Prasava. A man of few ambitions, he's caught up in the atmosphere of parties, drugs, and decadent good times that has taken hold since the last war, but against his will, he's drawn into the orbit of dangerous, secretive work. Initially, he's just worried about keeping his job, scoring some drugs, and feeling both appreciative and insecure about his beautiful, artsy girlfriend, Rami. His ace in the hole is that he knows the city streets and routes better than anyone, so the new machines, called Maras, can't replace him, allowing him to keep his job, his modest life, and his relationships. One bad event, though, spirals out of control as he makes choices that he later even admits are destructive and irrational, and the already strange setting becomes increasingly nightmarish to the point where society, human perception, and the nature of all reality come into question. The second half of the book moves at a much faster pace, so not all these themes get in-depth exploration, but there's no shortage of strange happenings. The ending isn't particularly ambiguous, but it does leave me with unanswered questions. Nonetheless, it sticks the landing well enough, so I'm not going to complain too much. The setting, Lower Prasava, is a character in its own right. The constant weirdness and undercurrent of paranoia and creeping dread, the eccentric neighborhoods, the quote-unquote iron dandies, the irrationalist artistic movements, the genetically engineered creatures, it all just really worked for me. It reads like a less pedantic version of Perdido Street Station, and reminded me, in glimpses, of Disco Elysium. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my peculiar notions. If you like this content and want to help the channel, you know what to do. I'll have links in the description to some of my written analysis and reviews of other books. Until next time, keep reading books, live, and be well.